our common door ding. We're going to do a demo, a couple other little things that we're going to be talking about. We're going to talk about our Black Friday special. This is going to be a giveaway as well. This is the Mike Toledo version of the Dent series light, and I'm going to show you why you're going to probably like this light for you beginners. Well, at least it will help you. Okay, so there's different types of lights. Matter of fact, I just talked about one the other day on my Facebook page, so go take a look at that. That's the Stucky light. But anyways, we're going to get into a bunch of different things on this video. So we're going to do a lot of live little demos. And I hope you guys can stick around and watch, because this is what we're going to do. Let me go get my board. Let me go get my stand, shall I say. Because we're going to... Now, the thing about lines is that line board, we're going to talk about line board. We've got... Here's a Stucky light I was telling you about. This is a great light. Battery's charging right now. Lenses. Move this out of the way. You got your half-inch lines. You got your quarter-inch lines, and you got your eighth-inch lines. What's the difference? Well, bigger damage, you want half-inch lines. Especially when you're doing smashes, this is probably going to be the best bet. If you're a beginner, intermediate, regardless, this is quarter-inch. This is safe lines, but it's not the best for finishing because you need to see the details. You can still get the same amount of details. You're just going to move your board more often. And you're going to make it like this. Then you're just going to move it out in the reflection. So I'm about to show you that. I'm going to take this lens. I'm going to show you the difference between, let's do different lenses. Let's just do a demonstration of why the thickness of your lines matter. Okay, actually, let's do this. So what I'm going to do, I want you guys to stare at this light. I'm going to open up this board, the Dent light, but you probably, I'm trying to get a decent sequence. That's 1/8-inch lines. Put it in a little bit better. All right, that's going to be your 1/8-inch lines. How's that? That way everybody can see that. What I'm going to do is go from 1/8-inch lines. This is one thing cool about this lens, this light, is that you can switch your lenses too if you want. And for you fog guys, you have another. I'll show you in a little bit when the light's not on. But you have little slots here. You can put them in, either closer or further. So that's half-inch. I mean, those are 1/8-inch lines. This is quarter-inch lines. And watch the detail of the dent. It's almost, the dent's going to start slowly looking not as deep. Now watch me put a half-inch lines on. If you don't want to be told the truth and your dent to look like it's really good, then you'll fix it with half-inch lines, but you're not going to be fixing it really the truth. You see how much it hides it? What it does is half-inch lines will basically give you the top layer of what's the most obvious. Now, if you want to make it more thinner or more detailed, then we just turn the board out like this. I'm going to get a little sideways here, right? And if I turn it, or if I turn it this way, right, let me get down lower. If I do it like this, you can start seeing I'm replicating somewhat of thinner lines. But these are half-inch lines. These are huge, right? This is why I like this for big damage. So to be safe, let's go quarter-inch lines. I'll flip this up. Let's go back to quarter-inch. This is like the mid-range, right? This is mid-range. Not too detailed, and just not too over-detailed. Look at that, that's quarter-inch lines, okay? Let's go 1/8-inch lines, which is my favorite. And if you're a really good tech, or you want to be a good tech, you're going to start using 1/8-inch lines because you want to see the detail. You want to control the detail. You want to see what you're looking at. easier and better. That's the difference between 1/8 inch lines, 1/4 inch lines, and 1/2 inch lines. So we'll get a little closer. And then you see I'm going to switch it, but I'll do it one more time so you guys can see the difference. Sorry guys, I'm just going to put it right in the middle. Okay. 1/8 inch lines. 1/4 inch lines. All right, you with me? And 1/2 inch lines, here we go. You lose detail, but you're only going to be seeing the obvious. See what I mean? It almost hides the whole like depth of the center. And that's why I like to go back to 1/8 inch lines, because it brings up enough texture. I can see the contact point of my tool, which I'll be showing. That gives me a much better map of what I'm doing, if that helps you understand. Okay. So let's talk about tools. I'm going to take you for a walk. We're going to be giving away a couple of these things. As a matter of fact, we're going to dive right into this. This is the Glexo Diablo glue. I'm sure you've seen it. Some of you guys might have seen it. If you're veteran technicians, probably been promoted. Anson's promoting this. Glexo's promoting this. We're going to do it live. We're going to open this up. We're going to get this at 180 degrees. I believe they want us to do it at. We're going to put it on the glue, and then we're going to take it over there, and we're going to see if it can pull some of that dent out for us. If it can't all the way, which that's not what I'm planning to use it for, to take it all the way on this one, but if I can't, I'm going to use one of these tools I'm going to give away, which is the Kratos tool, and that's from Dent Reaper. Actually, Dent Reaper sent it to us to give away. I have a set that I'm going to give away of this. Now, what handle are we going to use? Well, let's take a look here. We're just going to go here. Probably going to go at one of the end games. We'll try, let's go the special edition purple end game. We'll do that one. We're going to give one of those away too. Stainless steel version. Let's see here. What else? What do I need? Oh, I'm going to need a longer extension. So now that you guys know what we're going to do, I'm going to go get, hold on a second. Let me come back over here. And we're going to give one of these away. Okay? Limited. Mike Toledo version, so check that one out. I've had that version out. He updated it. So we got an update on that one. Okay, let's see what we've got in this box. All right, let's move this out of the way. So we got the new Glexo Diablo glue. We're going to use this tonight. Special edition. The packaging is legit. I mean, it's really, really nice. It's so nice and so safety. I can't get that sucker open. All right, hold on a second here. I want to hurt my beautiful nails here. All right, we're gonna miss that one here. So here's the glue. Give you guys a little look at that. Is it sticky? Let's see here. Oh, yeah, it's sticky. It's sticky. All right, I'm excited. Let's check this out. So here's the tab, what they want us to do. I've already read the directions, so what they're going to do is say, Mike, you need to heat this up 180 degrees. I would recommend just let it cool just a bit, and what they do is once you get it hot, because you're trying to treat this tab, so this glue will stick really good. I'll attach it to my slide hammer, and I will dip it down into here. It's going to form on here, and then we will pretty much be ready to go. I think I'm just going to do a little on that, probably on just the glue, just a tiny bit, and then what we're going to do is we're going to heat up the panel, and then we're going to apply it on the dent, and then we're going to snap the crap out of it and see what happens. All right, that's what we're going to do. And so why don't we do that? Let's go get let's go get a slide hammer that will work. I think what I want, and I already been using it, is we were using a Glexo crease tab with the Glexo old school. So we're gonna use this one. We're gonna attach that one. This is a fast PDR slide hammer, by the way. It's heavy, it's short, it's a great little slide hammer. You can get this at Anson or Fast PDR. I got this one at Anson. Okay, so let's get this right here. I'm gonna unscrew this. One thing I like about this, now they do come, if you have a regular slide hammer, let me just explain this. If you have a slide hammer like this, what this does, I'll put it this way. This does is slides in here, right, and you tighten it. So you can do it this way, or you see the other side? That's my preference. I don't like just taking any chances of it sliding out or getting loose. That's just the way I like it. I like this, and I'll just screw this in, right? And it comes with a ring, a rubber ring in here for when you do it the traditional way. Here, it's less likely to unlock. But here, we're just screwing down to as far as it goes, and you won't have to worry about it wiggling out ever, okay, unless you're not paying attention somehow. All right, so now we got that out of the way. Let's go get the heat gun. By the way, this is their normal, their normal Glexo glue, which you probably see me use in a lot of videos with the big tab. But we're gonna try the new stuff. If you're just joining us, the new Glexo. I have to get this heated up. Let me go get my heat temperature. That way you guys know it's at 180 degrees, and if Eddie is watching me, they will know. We're gonna go this way. We're gonna do Black Friday as well, giveaways. You must be a member to win. So sign up, it is freaking great. The link is on the description, denttrainer.com. You'll have a chance to win all these tools I'm talking about. All these tools, we're giving away all these tools that you're seeing. Oh, that's the heat gun. I got distracted. I've had questions like, hey Mike, why do you use a flamethrower, a torch, over a heat gun? It really, ladies and gentlemen, it's faster, it's more convenient. And one of the things you want to do, if you are going to try it, is I like to put my hand, you guys think I'm crazy, right? But I'll put my hand here and just know, okay, that's about as far as I want to get away from the paint, right? And then if I don't want it to get too hot and burn my skin, I'm just wiggling it. The more I wiggle it, the less I'm going to burn my skin. That's the same thing with your clear coat or your paint on someone's vehicle. You can feel that the hand gets really warm. That's why I want to warm up the panel like that. And so the paint, the primer, the base coat, everything underneath it stays more flexible. So when I'm pulling, it's less likely I pull paint. And that's why a heat gun or heat gun versus a torch, I'd rather use a torch, much faster and it's effective. So that's why. Okay. We'll heat this up. I'm going to heat it up from about, you see the condensation already coming off on it? All right, let's see how hot it is. I don't know if I'm going to get it exactly 180, but let's see. I don't believe that one. Let's see here. 72. Let's heat up again. I'm going to say that's pretty good. It's not giving me a true reading. It's like really hard to read this thing. Let me feel it. Yeah, that's hot. That's hot. All right, I'm going to go. Let's just say it was. Okay, I'm not. I told you I can't get a really good reading. So, but it's supposed to be. Definitely get it at a good 180. If you get it at 180, I would recommend just waiting a second. Okay, because if you get it too hot, what happens is you're going to hit this. This is going to turn into a puddle. So you don't want that. But you want it hot enough because you want to cure, right? You want to get any kind of contamination off of this. So when you apply this, perfect, I think I got it. When you apply it, it's going to bond to the tab. Look at that. It's really nice. I hope you guys are seeing that. Okay. I will answer some questions. I think somebody was asking a question, but yeah, this is, look at this. It's really planted well. Now you can take the glue, and it's still not set because I can tell I'll have to heat this, right, to make it, but it's perfectly on there. Also, one other thing, there's an important thing I forgot. You don't see it, but I do. There's a little bit of a plastic there. You gotta take it off. I can barely, anyways. Woo. I forgot about it. Forgot about it. There is a plastic film on here. That thing's tough. Hold on a second. Let me go get my knife. All right, I'm gonna get my knife because I don't want to keep pulling that. See if I can. There we go. Holy crap, you guys are like, this mic is trying to, there it is. You see, it's a little tricky. So now we're sticky icky. Yeah, look at sticky. Okay, I pushed hard. It's pretty sticky. All right, so let's go to the dent. We ready? Let's go. Pull this back here. But in case you guys are wondering, this is the fast PDR slide hammer, heavy, magnetic, as you guys saw. Well, you can use a tab here and your cold glue there. Let's do something. Is it a limit dent light? I'm gonna switch the light out too, real quick, too, guys. So this is how pull the battery. Actually, sorry, guys. You guys still hear me? This is live, so I apologize. It's not as polished as you guys in my normal videos, but obviously everything's always unscripted. So you pull the battery out, super easy. You're gonna go replace it. I bought generic 6 amp Makita batteries. Do they work as good or last as long as the Makitas, the normal Makitas? I don't think so. It does have an automatic suction too as well if I want to put it on the panel. Now we're getting some brightness here. I'm gonna turn this around. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna, like I mentioned, we're going to cold glue it. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna heat it up too as well. Okay, here's this. I'm just glazing this, guys. That's all I'm doing. Ooh. Okay, I want to kind of I'm familiar with cold glue, so I'm trying to see if it's going to stick to any residue to my fingers. I don't feel it. It's definitely, I'm trying to make sure it's bonded to the tab. And look at it, forms right back to its shape. It's crazy. It forms right back to its shape. Okay. So let's do this one more time. I'm gonna pull back so you guys can see at least how I'm setting it up. Look at it, it formed right back. Place it. And I'm gonna slam it back, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I know what happened. I didn't prep my panel. Anytime you guys understand like what you did wrong, is you'll find out your solutions, like reverse engineer of like what happened, how come it didn't pull right? Because the panel wasn't prepped. I'm not going to prep the glue anymore. Heat this panel up one more time. Now these are meant for rails too. In the beginning of the video, I was saying if that doesn't pull it out, we're going to do the Reaper, because I did hit it with a hammer here. Okay, I'm going to place it on the tab, back on the tab. I think I'm going to let that glue set a little bit longer here. This is generally a tool that is not talked about a lot, I think, in my opinion, is the Kratos. Kratos tool, if you look at this Kratos tool, is that it's designed to push a lot of metal at once, or a sharp part. So this is what we're going to use. In the beginning, gentlemen or ladies, I like to use a little bit of tape. We'll bring it in. The glue did get a little bit of it. We're going to put some tape on there, and I'll show you what I mean. I use gaffer's tape like this. Apply it, pull it over, let it hang. All that's doing is going to give me a nice kind of a bigger push and clean. So on, dents like this are a little bit stretched there. I will start on just a little bit on the inside, kind of circle around. And once I can get it where I want it, then I'll start aggressively going a little bit more to the center, holding it. This tool has a lot of power. If you have a sharp dent, hey, maybe we'll do a sharp dent. Look at how I got to move the board. And I'll wipe that mark off too. All right, and I'm looking at the dark, fat line. I want to try to avoid making highs as much as I can. Hold it, let go, hold it. I like to apply my pressure and have control of where I'm going all the time. This isn't a race, right? I know there's plenty of guys out there who can do this dent fast, but I'm purposely slowing down to show you, you gotta be patient when you
are using these tools, especially the meet and greet. There's lots of different tools that can do pretty much the same thing. Actually, I'm gonna push a little bit faster after I take off my jacket. Okay, so a little bit more heavier push, and it sets the low a little bit better. You could go soft tip if you wanted to. This dent's not super deep. That's why I put some tape on there so I'm not chewing it up, not making unwanted high spots. And again, there are multiple different tools you could use. And what I'm trying to do is push that, you know, the fatter spots of that low, right? The fatter spots indicate that's the area it's low at. So I'll get across, I'll move my head this way, tilt my lines out more. Yeah. Looks like YouTube's getting better at the compression now, dude. Like you guys can see pretty decent. You know what? I don't know. I'm not looking actually on the other side, so I don't know how you guys are viewing it. If you're viewing it any better. But as you guys can see, it's push, relax, easy on your pushes. I've got a Glexo tap down too, if I do need to tap down. I will do a better demonstration on that Glexo later. I don't know if I'll have time to do it right now, but I definitely will do another one. And then you can look, some people ask me, well, can you look at the white line versus the black line? Absolutely, you can do that. Absolutely, you could. Right now I'm pushing on the white line in the camera. You guys have probably seen more of the white line flexing than the black or the dark. Now I am on the black line. It's like that right amount of push before you make it high. Remember, I'm trying to do this without knocking down, without making a mistake. You should try that. Try that, you know, that kind of series of pushes for yourself. And grab a chair. So it's a push, relax. See that? I'll move it. I think I got a little high though. Yeah, you guys see it? Maybe I get a rod, yeah. Okay. What is the red subject? It's a compact car. All right, moving this here. Sorry guys, that's the, let me get my pointer. You guys are gonna like this pointer. Stay with me, because we're gonna do a sharp dent in a second. All right, you guys ready for the low? It's right there. The low right there. Oops, I'm still kind of in the way, aren't I?
right there and here. I'll move the board. You guys see a little bit better? I'll tilt it. See a little bit better? It's right there. And right there. You can see me crawling, like creep into it, right? I'm not making it high, I'm just locating where the tool's at before I go right to that little low spot. Holding it, remembering the pressure, letting go, but not leaving the contact point. Maybe go a little harder without losing my spot. Holding it, let go. Believe me, when you get really good, you're just doing this, right? You're just kind of measuring. And this is a professional tech, how they push when they're measuring kind of like how hard they need to go. Because they want to like hurry up, or including myself, they want to like, okay, it was this pressure, it's that pressure, okay, go a little higher, a little higher. I mean, we're not saying that out loud to ourselves, but it's automatic. It's automatic. And that's what we call muscle memory. And that's why I put those lines back so far. Because look, if I put it close, what dent? But it is pretty good. Let's do a sharper dent, okay? With that same tool, with no tape. And I'll read some comments before I get into the next demo. So I'm actually getting ready to, we are actually getting ready for the Black Friday. So I want to talk about some of the tools that we're going to be giving away. I apologize about my demo. That was probably on me. I probably didn't heat that tab up to 180 degrees. That's why you guys want to make sure that they say specifically to heat that thing up to 180 degrees. So I'll make sure I really get that heated up. I think that was on me. Okay, deeper dent. Now I'm going to use this Maymaker tap down, but it's going to be the one making the dent, not tapping down the highs. This is a really good tap down tip too as well. I didn't get a chance to contact them for giveaways, but hey, Maymaker, shout out to them. They're from Germany. Really good tap downs as well. Here we go. Let's see what happens. All right, that's Sharpie. You guys want to see it? Okay. Is this car body shop? No, it's paintless dent repair. Dent time. Let's see here. Endorse, thanks, dude. Okay. Switch around. Okay, here's our sharp dent. See a little high next to it, huh? But anyways, the sharp dent, okay? Why is it sharp? Let me get in here quick a little bit. Well, the sharp dent is because the more owl's eyes you guys have, right, or in the dent, we can see more detail as we pull it back further, and you can see the texture start to show up much more like obvious in the video. Yeah, this is probably this is definitely hasn't been finished. This is where my students, they work on some of these panels. But yeah, check that out. So what's so cool about this Kratos? This is where I really want to talk about the Kratos tool. Because we're not going to use tape on this sucker this time. But it is a little cold inside here, so we're going to put a little bit, we're going to flash it with some heat. Well, you're making contact with the side of this tool, which is got a lot of meat around it. It is, listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's not an end game answer for you beginners. You have to understand the fundamentals of how to push, how to leverage to use this tool. I don't recommend this is going to be your first tool. If you're a veteran, you're an intermediate, you're going to love it because it does help on sharp tools. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you it does work really good. So
Be careful how you use it. It has a lot of power, right? A lot of power. I am going to be giving away one of these two as well, with the wedge and the carbon fiber from VIP window guard. So that's going to be given away too. So you guys will stay. And don't forget to go sign up for denttrainer.com. That's how you're able to win, be eligible, and then you'll also get a $100 gift card, or excuse me, credit to Ants and PDR to buy some of these tools in case you don't win. All right, here we go. This tool right here, push. Here we go. Now, cool thing about this tool, right, is that the more quicker you are at getting into that center, the less challenging time you have trying to get it out. I'm trying to get my spot here. Oh, I was going to use heat. That's right. I want to. Okay, that's good. I can get a little more aggressive on it. Put my board here. I want you to see it like I do, how I would want to see it. This is how I view it right there. You can see it, that owl eye, right? That looks like a hurricane. The eye of the hurricane. Here we go. I know a lot of the Dent Olympic contestants would love to have this tool. Why they're, I'm gonna put this, by the way, I'm giving an end game away hand tool too as well. All right, here we go. This is, so it allows you to bring up that center nice and smooth. Now at this point, you have two options. If you're really, really accurate, you can push that out. If you're not accurate, you can tap it down. I'll show you. We go. So let me get in with my pointer again. We are trying to open up. You see where the white? See where the white around the white spot and the border around that? That's where I'm tapping. I'm gonna tap right around the edge from the inside, not on the outside because I don't want it to grow. Watch this. Oh, I'm gonna give away some of these new tap downs too. Hold on a second. You guys are gonna love it. Hold on. VIPs. This is the new series he's got. You know what? I'm not gonna try to show them right now, but I'm gonna be using right now. It's one of their smallest tap downs. We're going to give some of these away. And I want you to see how tiny this is. That's very, very, it's small. Man, YouTube is getting better at their compression, man. Like, thank gosh, man. I was going to be all TikTok, man. I couldn't, like, it was irritating me how crappy it was. Let's see if it stays focused. Yeah, it's good enough. See how pillowed that center is now? A little more pillowed. Come back in here with the Kratos tool. It's given back and forth the center, and the reason why I'm able to push a little bit more aggressively in the center is because I release tension. This is the hardest thing you will learn to do. It looks easy. It's not. It's not at all. We call it finishing. It doesn't matter how close you get to finishing. You master knocking down and resetting. you'll finish every dent. Now you don't see that owl's eye anymore. Adjust your board. I'll pull it back a little bit. I always want to double check. Yeah, look at that. Clean. It's like you can see the texture, you can see the dent. That's what you want to see. I got a little bit of low over here bothering me. Maybe that was that one that we were trying to finish. Yeah, it was. Okay, let's do this. Ready? Here we go for the center now. Oh, it's soft now. Much more softer. I need a little micro high there. Bringing up that point, right? That point that it made a divot in the clear with that tap down that I stabbed into it. Now, at this point, you can use a metal tap down too. VIP actually came out with another one too as well. So I'm going to use that one. Hold your horses. We'll tap that little spot down. He's got some new aluminum tap down sets, so we'll try that. He's got some brass ones, but we're going to try the aluminum right now. And these are what we're going to try. I think. Let's you know what? Let's go for the sharpest, and then we're going to use. If we make another high, we're going to make a couple highs. We're going to do Glexo tap downs. All right, I think I got it here. I'm going for the sharp. I haven't tried them yet. So let me just switch it. You guys can see what I'm doing. I don't know. So this is the fat base right there. Here's the tap down I was using, the new, latest, skinniest of the Glexo. VIP. It's late. Now we got VIP aluminum. Small tip, like a micro tip. We'll switch it around. Okay. How long does it take to learn? I would say probably depends. That's very subjective, honestly. It depends on your training, depends on your will, how good did you get trained in the beginning, or if you're trying to learn yourself. I mean, there's lots of variables on how fast someone can learn. So there is no exact answer, but people can learn to do PDR in 2 to 4 weeks. Learn to do the mechanics or the foundation. After 4 weeks, 4-week training, you have a really good shot of opening up your own business and doing PDR, but there's a lot of things to think about or know before you do that. Okay, here we go. I'm not sure if this was it. Oh yeah, it was it. Oh yeah. It's good. Didn't tear it up. You have to be careful about metal tips. Metal tips, if you're not, this bothers the hell out of me over here. Let's get it somewhat flat. Okay, we'll leave that one alone. And then let's see if this thing wants to go flat now. It's got a little blemish in the paint. Really, I'll zoom in a little bit so you guys can see even more detail, okay? You see it's a little fat on the outside. As I push, you can see a little bit of blemish in the paint. That will go away. We can get that to go away, no problem. By do a little paint correction on it. Very careful, very, very careful. You guys can hear me okay? Ooh, just a little bit more. A little bit more, Mikey. See, I look at the reflection, live, and then I look at what you guys are seeing, and I can sometimes see more in the camera than I can in person. So occasionally, I'm fixing the dent, looking at the camera, what you are seeing out of the camera. I'm looking at my screen. His lines don't lie. There's a little bit of a low up here. I'm still, again, looking at the camera's view. If you want to get good at PDR, film your repairs, because it is going to tell you if you did a pretty good job or not. All right. I'm gonna make a couple highs on here, and we're gonna use some Glexo tap downs. I think that's gonna be it for tonight. Maybe I should use a different slide hammer, like a heavier. Oh, I am gonna use a heavier slide hammer. That might be it. Okay. So I got my glue up there. It's kind of sitting up there, but let's make some high spots. We're gonna use some tap downs from Glexo. Let me just do one. No, let's see. Ooh, you know what? That's a nasty eye. That's a kind of a wrong tool I shouldn't be using. Shout out to Dent Craft. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be better. There we go. Okay, and one more for the road. We'll talk about high spots. Freaking great tool, man. These guys, this is Dent Craft 90 degree. I did get this at Anson too at their open house. A tube right here. You can actually add an extension that Dent Craft makes. Doesn't look like you would be able to, but it does. It fits in here. Well, I got one right here. Slides in here. You turn it. Man, you got some leverage now. It's got the R4 tip already built onto it with the cherry cap. Excellent, excellent tool. Lots and lots of torque and leverage on this thing. All right, tap down time. I think I put my, where did I put my tap downs here? No, oh, they're right here. All right, let's see here. Like, Mike, what's going on, Mike, man? He ain't ready. That's never ready. That's my little project over there, my CT70, my resto mod. We'll show that later sometime in the future. So you guys get to know what I do on my off time. Okay. All right, here's the high spots, guys. What are great tap downs for beginners? That's a good question, actually. Sorry if I'm taking a little longer than normal to answer. You are looking at VIP PDR tools, the Dead Dent series tips, Glexo. Now, metal tips, I would just be careful of at first, okay? You really got to be careful about which tap downs. But the plastic Black Mamba series at VIP and the Galaxy tips from Anson, can't go wrong, okay? Can't go wrong. We're going to use this tool right here. This is the Glexo new tap down series. I like the medium one, the 4.6 that is right there. And hold on a second, let me get a little backlight for this. That way we can see the tool really nice in action. La-da-dee. Turn it on. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So we have 4 high spots. You guys are seeing this right now, I know that. we got one right here. Let's zoom in. We got one right here, and one right there, one right there, and one right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one's the sharpest? I'm going to say this one for sure. And then these two are a tie, and this one's super light. Let's start with the light one. Hold the tool like this. Let me just go a little further, all right? That way you can see how I'm holding the tool. Oops, I'm holding it like this, okay? I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see the lift up, tap, lift up. Now what you're not seeing, right, is when I'm tapping, I'm moving my head like this. Like you see how I make sure that the black stays on that sharpness? That's why my head moves like that. What's up, Drake? How you doing, buddy? There we go. Let's do it again. Let's go. Let me move this something out of my way here. Okay. Here we go. Let's go for this one. Oh, sorry, I'm not zoomed in. I'm not like focused. I want to make sure you guys are really seeing that, what I'm seeing. This might take a second because YouTube is like picky on their cameras. The best one I like to use is TikTok. TikTok is just phenomenal on their video. Okay, here we go. Right there. Here we go. Tap, lift up. That's my veteran tap. Don't do that. When you're tapping, it's 1. Tap, lift up, confirm. Tap, lift up, confirm. And what you're doing is you're moving your head like this to see where the skinny spot is. Now we know that was already low. That was probably, actually that was the sharpest point. So it's coming back a little bit because of my other hits I did. And while we're at it, might as well open this up. All right, then I'll come over here. See, the details with PDR are forgotten. Nobody talks about details. You know, you got to hold your tap down correctly, straight. If you've been watching, if you guys are paying attention, that tap down is not. Sorry, guys. I guess it cut out for. Sorry, guys. I guess it cut out for some reason. I'm back. So, anyhow, here we go. I never see. Freaking YouTube is funny, man. All right, here we go. As I was saying, they forget the details, right? And so if you see my tap down, it's nice and flat. It's not slipping. Right? If it's not like this, look at the reflection. The reflection is straight on with the tap down too as well. That's how you know you're tapping down correctly. I'll zoom in. And then, by the way, this Glexo tap down is great. Sorry, I didn't catch all that. Made a micro low, that's fine. I think I still need to go even a little bit more. Yeah, just to the left. And this is detail, right? Okay, here's the low, right? There's the low. Look at right above my finger there is the pinch. See how more narrow it is just a bit? This is the low, of course. It's the low. It's slightly pinched there.
And then we've got this pinch we're gonna tap down. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. Good deal. We're going to be doing lots more live streams like this. Actually, me and Joe Garcia from Dent Evo, we are going to be doing some, some more intricate, more deeper dive tutorials. So stay tuned. It's going to be, we're going to announce it on Dent Trainer, and it will be one of those paid ones, but I think you'll find it fascinating, because if you like this, you're gonna love what's coming out, what we're gonna do there. Okay, and it's not just a one series where you come in live. You can ask questions, you can compare your notes. It's recorded, all kinds of cool things. All right, so last but not least. So we got a low that we reset here. We've got a low that was high like this one over here. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Now, let's say this texture bothers you, right? So what you do is you just bring it in, right? Like, oh snap! I didn't know that, Mike. Yeah, just bring it in. But keep an eye. Make sure that light, right, is right on that skinny peak of that center. Okay. I heard you. I read your comment, right? 1, 2, 3, stop, tap, lift up. The reason why I like metal tap downs for this situation is because that was very sharp. That was a super sharp high. And I made a high with a metal tip, which most of you guys do anyways, right? You make highs from that. So that's why I said, all right, let's do a metal tap down, because that's when I use it. We'll be talking about other metal tap downs too, all through this week. So I'll be doing some free tool demo videos this week. I have no schedule. So if you want to subscribe and catch my lives, please subscribe. If you want to watch it later, it'll be up later too. I'm not taking it down. I'm just going to keep it up. And then you guys hopefully find out that if this benefits you guys, hopefully it gives you some value, okay? So here we go. You see, let's do to the pointer again, all right? I'm gonna do it from far, and then I'm gonna zoom in. We got our main low, and then we've got this low here, caused from the tap down, right? I'll zoom in. I'll move my board. You guys know it. All my students say, yeah, I teach them to make sure that they understand how to move their board. Okay, so which one are we looking fixing first? Let's do the one out of the range right there. Let's do that one. Okay, that shouldn't be a problem. Grab our tool. Actually, let's go. We're going to be giving one of these away. Let's go here. I'm going to take you for a ride. I should bring this over here. You see these tools? Oh, by the way, this setup right here this is a really quick top, and this is the flawless PDR setup. So I have my tools, some of my go-to favorite tools. We're going to talk about this. Look out for the PDR beginner, new. You will love it. Simple and easy to follow. Okay, we're going to use this tool. This is the Door Lord. We're going to slide that sucker right here. You can see it's shaved. It's got a 5-inch kick, tapered all the way to there. Yes, I know. I'm going to put my my handle on it. In fact, you guys, it's time to talk about the end game. End game, different version here. Clicks in, take this button. Wow, you can change your angle how you want. And you can add length to it, so you can have some torque and some control and all that good stuff. So that's how I'm pushing. I like to push and twist. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Okay, here we go. You guys can see that? I hope you guys can see like as good as I can. I hope you guys, YouTube is showing that for you guys. Move my board. I'm gonna go for the top and I'm gonna make sure it's in the right direction. Okay, there we go. You joining me? Well, we are taking some dents, taking this dent right here, right above here. See that fat spot right there? That's what we're doing. And then we're gonna do this one. Here we go. Door lord's gonna come on here. It's gonna just push that there. And it's like, you don't need really sharp tips in the beginning at all with this door lord, especially when it's naked. Like there's no tape on it. In its rawest form. You can see it just picks out. What you're trying to do is just match that orange peel, right? You pushing, getting that orange peel. Right back. Okay, here we go. 1, 2. Let go. I'm gonna move the board in so you guys can see what I see. Center pit's still pretty sharp. I think we got it. I think we got it. If you were watching the whole time, you probably are going, yeah, that was a sharp dent. That was a good smearing clear coat, tapped another smack in there. And if you're asking about this, what about that little blemish in the paint? That can be paint corrected. It's not cracked in the paint. It's just on the top. Clear coat. Now you see how I turn it? This is wet. This is the detail right here. If you look, I'm gonna hold it and I'm gonna point again. I mean, it's tiny. All right, where am I at? Right here. It's right there and right there. Here and right there. See the normal lines out there? And see that? And then normal. Yep, look at that.